Something tells me people aren't going to choose Judy Chu out of that grouping there. Joining us now for more, Chairman for the RNC Youth Advisory Council, Brilyn Hollyhand, and reporter and correspondent at The Federalist, Brilyn Hollyhand. Great to have you both on. Brilyn, I played Mortal Kombat, I guess, when I was younger, and Street Fighter maybe, but what do you make of the video game thing? Does that resonate, or do they just look even more ridiculous and out of touch now?
They look way more ridiculous and out of touch, and I think they lost more youth voters just from that video alone. Videos just like that one are why the left lost this election in a historic landslide. And it's going to take million-dollar consultants decades to try to do all these reports and studies for the DNC to figure out just exactly why the left and Kamala Harris's campaign lost so big. But I can save them all the money and the time right now, but just telling you, Rob, that they were out of touch, that they were idiots, that they sat and didn't actually talk to the average everyday American, the youth voter. They didn't go to college campuses like President Trump did. They didn't sit down and explain their policies in detail. They sat there and they filmed video games. They sat there and they filmed cringy TikToks and were surprised when youth voters voted against them in droves. We made history in this election, and President Trump was the first Republican president in Republican modern American history to win over Gen Z. That is simply because he reached out. He made an effort. He went on TikTok, he went on podcasts, he went on college campuses. Right. He walked up to frat parties and he threw out MAGA hats and hot dogs, and it worked because he was authentic and relatable.
Yeah, if my team could isolate Judy Chu, by the way, if we really were, Brianna, choosing fighters, I just want everyone to get a look at Judy Chu here. No one's going to pick Judy Chu if we're choosing fighters. Brianna, so for the first time in my life, I'm 42, being a conservative is cool. That's never happened before. Is that part of this? Is that part of why younger voters like Donald Trump and Republicans right now?
Absolutely. You know, the last time that there was a cool Democrat, whether you liked his policies or not, it was Barack Obama. You felt like you could shoot the breeze with him. He had a dominating presence on our culture. Hollywood at the time was so, it still is co-opted with the Democrats, but they were also influential. When Beyonce, Taylor Swift came out with these endorsements, it did move the needle. But younger voters in particular are, one, looking through a different lens than older generations are to view Donald Trump. They are now reaping what older generations have sown by going along with the cultural Marxist revolution that started in the 60s, and they realize that doesn't create a good future for them. The other thing is Donald Trump redefined what it means to campaign. He was going on podcasts, and that was instrumental to him winning because he was also appealing to young men. And 18 to 29-year-old young men shifted 29 points to the right from 2020 to 2024 because he is relatable, and he gave them an opportunity to feel like a candidate heard them and cared.
Yeah, great point. Brilyn Hollyhand, Brilyn Hollyhand, great to have you both back on. Good to see you. Thank you. Keep it up.
Thanks so much.
All right.
Thanks for having us. Have a good week.
Lots more